Sync.
Okay, hello and welcome to the TU Animation Institute Club podcast. Today we'll be going over the process of how to pitch a show. We'll be covering everything from researching studios to preparing your pitch materials. So whether you're a first-time creator or you're looking to take your career to the next level, this episode is for you. We'll be started by talking about different types of studios that are out there and what they're looking for. Then we'll go over the process of researching studios, finding the right one for your pitch. After that, we'll talk about how to prepare your pitch materials, including your logline, tuning of the pitch Bible. Finally, go over tips on how to deliver your pitch to like a pro. So I'm your hostess, Murattoons. My social media is Murattoons. And joining us today are our other guests.
I'm Yafet Banks. My Twitter/X account, whatever you want to call it, is trueyattibanks. And that's all I'll say.
I'm Naomi, and my Instagram is Sylvie2_DG.
Name's Adrian. I have a YouTube channel called AI Comics, and I also have a webtoons account. That's just my first name and last.
I'm Logan Kelly. I still don't have any social media.
Name's Julian, Jules for short. And examples of social media I have include Facebook, Reddit, Deviantart, Instagram, and Patreon.
Okay.
I'm Greg, and I am eating a honey bun.
It's a weird social media account name.
I love that social media.
Yes, your social media account is Honeybun.
I'm Aiden with a Y, with not an I. My Instagram is Aiden B Voice, and you can follow me there.
Okay.
This is our ASMR video for tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I'm eating from a rapper. My bad, guys.
Okay, so for questions, what are the most important things to keep in mind when pitching a TV show?
Well, definitely the way you present it.
That sounds right. Make it interesting, the age demographic, who's it for, basically.
Well, make sure you have like a
Like
direct.
it.
Make sure you have like a direction to go in and do and be thorough, but not too thorough about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say make your pitch consistent on whatever is the direction you want your show to captivate. Don't make it all over the place. Just kind of just have a simple premise.
What was the question?
What are the most important things to keep in mind when pitching a TV show?
Just any TV show or specifically a cartoon?
Any.
Any.
I guess any
I'd
TV
say
show.
any.
I guess be open to changes from your original plan.
Yeah, don't be stingy.
But don't let them change it too much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not your vision.
Yeah. And as Orson Welles said in Ed Wood, visions are worth fighting for.
I wouldn't pitch, I'm gonna be honest, cards on the table, I wouldn't pitch Miss Ma'am to a child's network, like Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon, because the premise is it has her committing acts of cartoon violence, and 3 being hit on by people she doesn't want, so.
And then,
Have you
then
tried
it
Adult
would-
Swim?
Yeah, Adult Swim would
Yeah.
most likely be the one.
Yeah, I think I better just stick to
What if you
adult.
just don't know the range of what your stuff is in, though?
Well,
I mean, there's always. I mean,
There's always like trial and error.
and I would recommend test audiences, whether it be people you know, or your friends first before you take it to a studio. But that's me. I've never done this before.
I mean, like, I would show my comics and everything, but everybody usually gives the range around PG-13 and all.
Well, I think that's just something you just have to like figure out as you're creating it.
Fair enough.
The development process for any shows, it doesn't really happen like overnight. You can just
Take your time.
take your valuable time of just presenting it to just people like who you know that can say like maybe this can be the vision or maybe changes.
Oh, and one important thing: don't make your dream project your first project, because, like, if you're like building your entire life towards making that thing,
Oh,
and it gets either bought by another studio or chewed up and it's unrecognizable, that will destroy you inside.
always have backup plans. If the first project you think is kind of a failure, you can move on to your next project to say, okay, I'm gonna focus my attention on that. If it doesn't work, just keep that regimen going.
Keep at it.
Always be plotting.
Always be plotting.
And if your content contains content that's unsuitable for the audience based on their sense of regulations, if it were me, I would just go along with it and just pitch it elsewhere instead of just trying to fight the studio. If it's inappropriate with the studio, you can just go elsewhere with it.
My recommendation for you, besides Adult Swim, Netflix, they seem to be taking Eddie and everything.
Yeah.
Or you could always just test it off on the internet.
Not Netflix, because if anything, they're canceling everything. Like they just recently canceled Young Elvis and Farzar. If anything, and they canceled Inside Job. They did that show dirty.
I'm still sorry about that.
Because and the Cuphead show, I believe too, they like screwed up a lot of shows, especially like season wise too.
And they canceled Bone.
So early.
They canceled Bone before it could even be made.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, Bone.
I remember that.
Before they could even
They were gonna make a Bone series?
Yeah, did you hear about that?
That was a while. That was a while ago.
That was
a couple
like
years.
a
ago.
That was like, what, 3 years
what
ago?
series?
Bone
Yeah.
took away from
Pretty
the
sure it was
content.
before the pandemic. It was
That's
before
kinda
the
sad.
yeah, I heard about
Right,
that.
yeah.
So at least 3 or 4
But like,
years.
yeah, that was in development before it got axed.
That's horrible.
So it was like a Catwoman situation. They just didn't want to make it.
They just didn't,
They just wanted to do it.
So what's the show called? Bones?
yeah, it's based off of a
Yeah,
graphic
it's
novel.
like-
The
Oh,
graphic,
yeah.
yeah, the graphic.
Sorry,
novel.
like I only know.
No, you're told. I never read the graphic novel.
I only know
I like
when
it.
I hear Bones, I think of the Prime show 'cause my mom watches all the
Bone
time.
singular is the name of it.
Oh, okay.
It is, yeah, just
not
Bone.
Starring the pizza lady from Spider-Man 2.
So
I'm not paying
specific.
for those. Time. All right, off track.
Yeah, you're right. Adult Swim, or what if, I wouldn't go to Comedy Central though, because all they show now is South Park.
I would honestly just, if I were you, try and avoid television.
Yeah.
Try to,
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine anyone who would want Miss Man, even adult networks.
Well, then you might need to change up how you're presenting the show, kind of make it more whatever network you're trying to apply to. If you feel like it's not gonna be good for television, then you're gonna have to change some things about it to make it more suitable for television.
Like, maybe I could just have, instead of the characters flirting with Miss Man, them being her enemy and she punishing them with cartoon violence instead.
To be perfectly honest, that doesn't seem like something that far-fetched. Like, I've seen stuff like that on TV.
I mean, it's pretty much just like just a girl version of Johnny Bravo.
Yeah, that's what I was
Anyway.
going, yeah, that's what part of my inspiration for Miss Man was Johnny Bravo, because she's blonde like Johnny, and Johnny hits on girls just like people hit on her.
I mean, it's not bad to have inspirations for your pitch ideas, because because there's a lot of cartoons that make a lot of references to movies and other TV shows.
Just
And
don't do it like go too far. Otherwise,
yeah,
it
'cause
ranges
wouldn't
into
be your
copycat.
original idea.
Yeah, it's still my original idea, because it's not completely inspired by Johnny Bravo. There are other kind of inspirations, though, like Spy versus Spy, Net Magazine, the works of Tex Avery. They're also source of inspiration for Miss Man. Most of the wild takes, for example, the use of anvils, and the way she sets up intelligent traps in order to trap the people who flirt with her, and wind up looking stupid by falling into those traps. That's spy versus spy inspiration.
Okay.
What are some common mistakes that people make when pitching TV shows?
Well, I think it's kind of like the negative version of what we just talked about. They're not either not specific enough of it. They don't like bring enough material, specifically like on the show Bibles that we discussed before the podcast started.
Yeah, we before the podcast started, we looked up a few samples of pitch Bibles, like for instance from SpongeBob, and a few samples of like Phineas and Ferb, Johnny Bravo, earlier versions of Family Guy. But in some instances, sometimes bringing too much material can also have a negative effect.
Because
I like-
you don't have a lot of time for pitching the show. You wanna
Executive-
get the right amount of material that you want, like.
You're overdoing it. You're too
Yeah.
desperate.
Executives can only have you for a certain amount of time
Like,
because they have,
with those plushies, like the other ones I talked about, wouldn't that be considered like as too much?
For
Yes.
branding and marketing,
Some-
You shouldn't brand and market before the show is even pitched.
You can.
You can, but you shouldn't do it to an executives because it just kind of shows that you're extremely desperate, and B, you're kind of like overdoing it and they don't even know what the show is even about yet.
I see.
So you're pushing too hard and you're making the executives feel like, oh, we didn't accept you yet.
And
You
also-
don't get to tell us when we accept you.
And also by focusing too much on marketing, you're making it seem like you only want money and you don't care about the product itself.
Or you don't
Yeah.
care about your vision of what you're trying to do. I would always say like, go for the original idea first instead of looking at branding and marketing and all of that, because that's kind of the last thought to have about branding and marketing before you're pitching your original idea.
Like, I remember interviews when Ghostbusters was being pitched, they actually brought like canisters of ooze
That's awesome.
in the pitch meeting, so,
I
yeah.
didn't.
So,
So
Nickelodeon
like,
slide.
we talking the movie or the show?
I don't remember if it was the movie or the show. I just remember that was the one thing that stood out, because they actually brought like, not toys, but canisters of ooze for like the executive to kind of play around with. Like, it seems the executive like being a part of the creative process because they're kind of investing their money. So it's kind of sad when that same executive ends up leaving, and then a new executive comes in and they decide to like, you know what, I didn't help fund this, I'm gonna can this show before it even gets developed. So that's what happens sometimes.
I didn't know that about Ghostbusters. Usually I'm on top of Ghostbusters stuff. Learn something new.
Every day.
And
Mhm.
how. Alright. I'm trying to think of something else. I wanted to like touch upon was it you, Aiden, that talked about be prepared to accept change, or was that somebody else?
I think
That was Greg.
Oh,
Greg.
so
Like what I said?
Be prepared for change.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So the making of Scooby Doo. So it was actually if I and keep in
Be
mind
specific, which Scooby-Doo?
the original Scooby Doo.
Uh,
1969.
Yeah, so take this all with a grain of salt. I'm going off of memory here. I believe it was meant to compete with the Archie show, which was about people that were in a band, and also I think the Hardy Boys, where they solved mysteries.
I remember the Hardy Boys.
So the original premise for Scooby Doo was meant to be a rock band that solved mysteries between gigs, and it was going to be called Mysteries 5 or Who's Scared with a double S. Who's scared?
That's funny.
But it was considered too scary.
I like the Mystery 5 left. I like the Mystery
Mysteries
5
5.
name, yeah.
And it was considered too scary, the original pitch for it, so they added a dog for comedic relief.
Funny how
Oh, it's too scary. A dog!
Funny how the tables have turned nowadays. I don't know.
Is that why Velma likes Scooby-Doo and it's an adult
Oh, it's
show?
bad because it doesn't have a dog. Oh, it makes all the sense.
I remember, yeah. I
Pretty
think one
sure
of the
How
episodes
did
said,
Ted have
Scooby,
table?
what did Scooby do?
I'm
I remember, yeah, one of the episodes with Velma.
Oh, yeah, when
pop
it
quiz.
I was so mad. when they
Pop
did
quiz.
that.
How did Scooby Doo get his name? Pop quiz.
Oh wait, in the show Fatma?
No,
No.
just Scooby in general. How did he get his name?
I don't know that.
Frank Sinatra.
Oh.
Strangers in the Night. Doobie doobie doo.
And that's great to know. That's great to know.
And yeah. So I just wanted to bring that up because I thought that was pretty interesting.
What are some tips for creating a successful pitch?
Show Bible.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's
Confidence.
pretty much a requirement.
So much confidence.
Enthusiasm, yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Determined.
Determination.
Being able to bring something new to the table that will captivate viewers and draw their attention while still staying within their guidelines of standards and practices.
Be stubborn.
Well, not too stubborn. That'll get you kicked out.
Be stubborn and
I'm not leaving until you
Don't be
pitch my
compromising.
show.
not in this room until you pitch my show.
Don't be
No,
compromising. Like,
I mean,
do their standard practicing, but still be edgy and bold and new as well. Don't also put some samey shit out there, like the same story. This is about a dysfunctional family. The other guy walks in. This is about a dysfunctional family. The other guy walks in. This is about a dysfunctional family in space. Like people.
That's how the Simpsons were made.
But yeah, you'll notice how people also
Because
complain about
it's
the.
supposed to be the antithesis of family general sitcom shows at the time in the 80s.
Yeah, but I think what Jules was talking about was every adult cartoon is basically just a copy paste Family Guy job.
Yeah,
Right.
that, I mean,
People always
because it basically
complain
is
about
that. It is that.
Yeah, people always
No,
complain
here's
about
the
them.
thing. That's
Wait, sorry, Jules.
People always complain about them. That's the point I'm trying to make. People always complain about these new family shows because there are like a million of them and people are tired of them and they want to see something new in the table as well.
Yeah, it's also the fact that they try too hard to be Family Guy, but they don't they don't replicate key Family Guy tropes like the cutaway gags and stuff. So, meaning you just have jokes that no one really gets and it comes out really awkward and boring and stuff like that.
What shows are you referring to?
There was this
Probably
one
Bob's
Italian
Burgers.
show. Bob.
Bob's Burgers?
No, Bob's Burgers is fine.
Yeah.
There was
That
there was
extremely
Italian
successful.
I don't know what it was called, but there was a Italian
There's this,
one that was trying to mimic Family Guy. I don't.
there's,
It's like
there's
a
also
Bob's
this
Burgers.
there's
I know what you're talking about. It's
Yeah.
something like
there's
a
also
Bob's
this
Burgers.
other show
There's
on
like a- there's like a
Netflix.
Family Guy.
There's
or
there's also
a
this
Royal
show-
Family.
There's also this show called Sunset LAPD. It's
Oh
something
yeah, I know
like
what you're talking about.
Oh, the
Yeah.
LAPD where like
Yeah.
yeah that one, which is also a spin-off
The
based
voice
off
of Master
another
Chief.
show that's a Family Guy ripoff, but it's like camp park things and stuff like that.
Parks and Recreations.
No,
No,
not Parks and
the-
Recreation.
The
It's
one that was on
something else.
Comedy Central, Brickleberry.
Yeah.
These are all-
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it's on
I don't know.
Tubi.
I know what he's talking about. That's not a show about a dysfunctional family though. That's a show about a bunch of rangers in the woods who can't do their job right.
That's what what he
And
said.
there's this talking bear.
Like I'm sorry, I don't know jack shit about those guys. I just seen the crossover with
Roger
with I don't
Roger
know
Black
why.
and Waco Gwen. Oh yeah, they create, but it is very similar to Family Guy, both in animation style and humor. There are a lot of loud gags, a lot of violence, a lot of grossness, similar to Family Guy. But it's not about a family though. It's about a bunch of incompetent operators.
A lot of them is just over the top. Though. Every guy just comes natural.
It's kind of
At least for the first few seasons.
And there are other two shows in the future, Paradise PD and Farther, which just got canceled. They also rely on a bunch of loud gags and gross out humor and violence, but they're not about families either.
I think there was like a crossover episode between Paradise PD and Brickleberry.
That's what I was referring to. That's what I talked about. That's how I got introduced to them.
So that all those were.
I didn't think that it was an actual show. I just thought it was like some throwaway gag for the episode.
But come to think of it, those two, Roger Gwen and Roger Black and Waco Gwen, they make a lot of similar shows to their own brand as well. Their shows are always about incompetent people who can't do their jobs right and are always screwing up at everything. And their shows always also have a whole bunch of loud gags and violence and gross outs.
So not only are they copying Family Guy, they're also copying regular show.
They're copying themselves in a sense, you could say.
I guess that too.
Yeah, their shows are becoming parodies of themselves. Seriously, Brickleberry, Paradise Media, I personally think those shows are parodies of themselves. That's not to say they're bad shows, I'm just saying they're not unlike the other.
They're kind of just, generic.
They're versions of each other. Brickleberry is about incompetent park rangers, and Paradise Media is about incompetent cops.
What are some resources that people can use to learn more about pitching TV shows?
I guess just look up online like we were doing earlier.
Yeah.
If anything, YouTube is basically like a how-to tutorial on almost anything at this point.
Oh, yes. Yeah, there was, one of the links that I found that there was somebody who made a video about like how to pitch to Netflix. But pretty much, I would say any show that's more than 10 years old eventually will have their pitch Bible available for anybody to just search up, like a PDF version. If not, then it might end up on Wayback, the site Wayback.
Oh yeah.
The Wayback Machine. You can also, I guess, buy books of famous creators that have their shows pitch as well. But if you can do it either physically, if you can buy their books, or you can do it online as well. I think one of them was by Joe Murray, of the creator of Rocko's Modern Life. And
Oh, yeah.
Laszlo.
And Let's Go Luna.
Yeah, he has a physical book and also he has like a digital copy you can download. The link was, I posted it on Discord.
Slightly off topic. Have I told you guys about the Rick and Morty pilot before?
No.
Someone just sent it in
Oh.
Discord.
It was me. It was,
Oh.
Yeah. He did.
I'm just viewer discretion advised.
Yeah,
Like
I'll do that.
multiple.
Morty started out as a parody of Back to the Future, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, are you talking about the one with the balls?
Yeah.
The show
Yeah.
that it used to
Yeah. Oh god, that was a fun.
Come to think of it, it's coming less of a parody of Back to the Future, more of its own thing. Like in season 7, you rarely see Morty at all with Rick. Like it's starting to become less of Rick and Morty, and more of Rick and other people.
Wait, you saying you saw the latest episode of Rick and Morty?
I saw the latest episode of Rick and Morty. Rick is rarely ever with Morty anymore. It's starting to become more like Rick and other guys.
I haven't seen the new episodes yet.
Oh,
I actually forgot they came out.
Oh,
So.
you gotta, like, right now, they finally finished off the whole Rick Prime thing.
My friend shoved
I
the
haven't
show down
watched
my
that show since season
my
3.
throat.
Wow.
Jeez,
Didn't click
you
with me.
missed a lot.
I'm sure.
I mean, did you do that because you were disinterested, or you just forgot
I
about
just
it?
kind of
I
stopped.
watched it up to
After,
season.
I just kind of stopped when season 3
season
ended, and then I
5,
just
like,
kind of
where
never
they-
caught
where,
back up.
Where they ended on like the Citadel episode, like the season finale of season 5. I just stopped there. I didn't watch season 6.
I know that Justin Roiland doesn't voice Rick and Morty
Oh
anymore.
yeah.
Wow.
Isn't
I
he
have
like
heard
in?
For like a few
Yeah, he was
episodes,
fired.
but I think they're bringing him back.
No,
What?
they're not. That ship is still. He's completely fired from Rick and Morty.
No, I don't think it's coming
But
back.
I mean, like, it was taken off. He wasn't charged with anything, but I think they brought him back, maybe?
No,
I think
he,
so.
Nah.
he wasn't charged with the violence, but
Pretty sure.
he was also charged with
Essentially.
he wasn't charged with violence, but they also there are also other things he was in trouble for, and that's what additionally cost him his job on the show as well.
I mean, he was texting like
He was-
underage fans, and you don't know what happens
Yeah.
when that starts to.
That seems to be a running gag in the world of animation. I don't like that.
No, I
just
think
let-
it's more of
just
a
let
California
nothing-
thing.
Mainly
No,
the
it's more like a
mainly
Hollywood
the
thing,
animation
like
and the
California.
internet, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But actually, no, just the internet in general.
When you get celebrity
Yeah.
culture.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a
I
Minecraft
think
player.
it's so-
There is no getting Justin Wood back on that show. That ship has sailed.
I mean, it's not. I don't honestly. I mean, the writing of Dan Harmon is still visible in the episodes of season 7.
Dan
So,
Harmon is still there.
yeah, he's still there and he's still doing great with his writing. It's still just, in my opinion, it's still just as good as the previous seasons. So I'm not like, unhappy with the new episodes of Rick and Morty without Justin Roiland. I'm fine with it. I mean, they could have gotten, the voice actors aren't like, point on accurate, but like that's not too bothersome.
Or you barely notice the difference.
Barely noticed.
Yeah, it's like if you like listen to it over and over again distinctly, and you're trying to find it, then yeah, maybe. But other than that, the writing and humor is still pretty nice.
There are a few chuckles here and there.
Yeah.
Creativity wise, the show is still the same as it was before. I agree with you.
I'm trying not to like spoil anything for our viewers because I don't know.
Spoiler warning,
Gasp.
just in general. I don't have anything to spoil.
Luke Vader's Dark Star was
It's been over 20 years.
Longer than that is
40 years.
40 years. Well, there could be a whole new generation of kids who haven't fully watched all Star Wars yet.
I haven't seen
yeah,
I haven't seen the
kids.
movie, so
Oh, you haven't?
nah.
Any of them?
Wait.
I haven't seen any of them.
I
Yeah.
get a lot of flack
How
for
dare you?
Same.
saying that out loud.
Mm,
Yeah.
There's so many parodies out there of Star Wars that it's hard not to get spoiled on it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you have a but surely you have
I
a
have a-
general.
I know. I have basic knowledge.
Yeah.
You have a
so-
general.
But my
consensus.
friend is
Yeah.
like, I'm going to strap you down to this chair, and we're going to watch every single movie that I see
don't,
fit.
Don't do that. At least.
No, he's gonna go through every one that seems to like that's
all at once.
not all. Well, most of them all at once.
Because that's not like smart.
That's in watching is not good.
You gotta. Well, no.
He's
It
just-
depends on the movie and the show. In Star Wars, that's a very bad idea.
Well,
Depends on season.
he's gonna do Evangelion first.
Wait, what?
I like the idea.
Wait, we were talking about Star Wars, and I heard that he's also.
He's gonna do Evangelion before he does Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
By the way, don't binge all the Star Wars movies.
No, he's not gonna do all of them.
Oh,
But he's gonna
don't
do a
it
lot
all
of
at
ones.
At the very least, do the original trilogy.
Yeah, he's gonna do that.
Yeah.
I don't know, just never watched them.
Whatever you've done, Force Awakens.
I mean, I wouldn't watch. I don't.
Okay,
I
that
wouldn't
was-
recommend
I don't know if
to
he's
watch
gonna do
them.
that.
Okay, unfortunately, that was like the only Star Wars movie I've seen. When I was like 12 years old, I'm like, damn.
Like
Okay,
same
yeah.
with Marvel though. I haven't seen like barely any of the Marvel movies.
Oh, same here.
Never
Other than that,
Endgame,
never really
never
really,
Infinity War.
Other than The Force Awakens, I've never really seen a Star Wars movie, so.
Like Black Panther was my first.
Start with A New Hope.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I recommend.
I have it on DVD.
Gotcha.
I'll bring it next time.
Gotcha. Actually, my dad has some
Black Panther's
DVDs
bitch.
Oh.
at my house back at home, and I've never like. had
You
the
never
idea to
asked
wa-
him? No.
I never had the idea to.
See,
Like,
just-
I know.
So okay, so. Do you,
I'm assuming they were there since I was like, well, probably before I was even born.
all right, question. Do you know how the episode number scheme works?
No.
Okay,
Eh.
so, all right. So,
Kind of.
the first 3 movies ever made, the original trilogy, are 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, I know that.
The pre
Okay.
and the ones with Hayden Christensen and who played Obi-Wan again?
Ewan
Ewan
McGregor.
McGregor. Those are episodes 1, 2, and 3, and Force Awakens. That's episodes 7, 8, and 9.
Gotcha.
Because
So you'll notice the odd quality increase. from,
Watch,
like, why
I'm
is
just
it
gonna
that 4,
forget.
5, and 6 looks
I'm gonna
like crap?
completely forget all of that in the next 5 minutes.
okay, well, okay, I'll.
My tutor
I
told
think,
me, and I was like,
at least it's gonna get uploaded on the internet.
Just
somewhere,
watch it
so-
by
I
the
mean, you
time
can
it
watch
came
on Disney
out.
Plus. They have
I
all
can
these
just
things.
Google it.
he's gonna do
look it
the
up on
trilogy.
Just start with New Hope. Just that's all-
Gotcha.
that's-
I'm just going based on his.
everybody says Empire Strikes Back is the best one.
Is it not?
I mean, I like it for like
I
its
feel like
for its like its effects, but I just like A New Hope better.
It has better storytelling, from my opinion. With New Hope.
Oh.
Yeah, this Empire Strikes Back has better graphics. Better detail.
I objectively, I think Empire Strikes Back is the best one. But personally, Revenge of the Sith is my favorite.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
Same, yeah.
understandable. Understandable. Have a great night.
Those are my top 3.
Beautiful, like one of the
The tide.
storytelling descent into evil.
Execute Order 66.
I'm forming it for sets.
Skywalker. There are too many of them. What are we going to do?
Wait, was that the one where there were all the kids there?
Yeah.
So,
Children.
so I only know that because Markiplier told a joke about it and got really into it. He's like, when he was in there with all those children, he was about to get ready with the
He's telling
lightsaber.
Obi-Wan, oh, in my opinion, the Jedi are evil.
From my point of view, then you are lost. I wasted an entire Spanish class. Me and my friends doing nothing but quoting prequel material, and I actually had to stay after class and do my work because of that.
I have the higher ground, Anakin.
There must have been some fun ass people around.
Yeah, hell yeah. It was just.
Did the teacher like say anything to you? Just let it happen.
No, it was more like.
Somebody tells me that they tried. They were bothered by it at first, but as time went on, it was like.
I think they just like.
Oh no! The thing is, I was the only one to stay after class. So what happened was we were doing this assignment. We had all day to do this paper, and then me and my friends were just doing nothing but doing prequel memes. And then halfway through class, like, oh wait, I have 0% of my work done.
Yeah.
And I like meagerly go to my Spanish teacher, like, can I please stay after class and finish this paper? Like, and my teacher, God bless her, was like, I don't think you should because you did nothing but talk about Star Wars stuff. But
Wait, you did that one for one?
huh?
Did you actually say that like one for one?
I'm generalizing. It was like this was like
Okay.
years ago.
Jesus.
But like luckily,
That's still funny.
luckily she let me stay after
That's
and finish the
still-
paper.
That's still funny though. Good God.
Star Wars can get you lost for hours and days.
Oh my God, that's not even the worst part. One time the principal came and and he said, and he's from Britain. He said and he said Thanksgiving in Spanish, and I was like de nada, in front of the whole class. Not only that, and not until years later I realized. Not only did I embarrass myself, I embarrassed the Spanish teacher too.
Thanksgiving in Spanish. Nada.
That showed that she wasn't doing her job properly. All right, off track. Tangent. We're going off track.
A
Sorry.
great tangent though.
Okay, what are some opportunities for people to pitch TV shows? Just like,
I guess in the modern day.
I mean, the easiest way.
Definitely now, please
Okay,
now.
one at a time, people.
Okay, sorry.
Online?
Yeah, the easiest way is online.
well, yes. So there are always like opportunities. Like occasionally, some of the studios will open up like things like animated shorts programs. Like for instance, this past year, I know HBO and Comedy Central were both doing an animated shorts program, and they were just like open to submissions, and you could just submit.
I think Cartoon
submit a
Network was
pitch.
trying to do that as well.
Oh yeah, what a cartoon.
What a cartoon.
We watched it
Oh,
earlier.
Yeah,
I
what
think
cartoon?
as we-
Yeah,
yeah.
sorry, back-
Was that like a year ago?
yeah,
No,
that was
no. What a cartoon. That was like back in the 90s.
Yeah,
No,
that was-
I'm saying like right now. With,
Have they done it?
Yeah, what a cartoon was in the 90s after SWAT Cats ended.
Yeah,
That's why
that-
they ended SWAT Cats in the
I'm
first
not
place.
talking about the original '90s one, but with I think they tried to bring it back. Like
Cartoon
around-
Institute?
No, that was like in the 2000s.
Like around 2022, they had like a water cartoon kind of thing where they.
You can like submit your own cartoons, and then depending on how like
Can only
successful it
imagine.
is.
How'd
they
that
tried
go?
to brought it back like a year. They haven't updated on it.
Oh.
And they
'Cause I
also,
have it on my phone.
they also had something in 2000, 2000 till 2002, called The Big Pig, where you could where they would have these whole bunch of pilots, and the viewers would call in or vote online or something like that to pick the next big show, and that's how Billy Manny and Codename Kids Next Door got made, because they got the most votes in their respective years. And there's a second pilot that went in second place called Kitty Bobo, and Robot Jones got in second place, but Robot Jones got picked up as well, but Kitty Bobo didn't. I remember a whole bunch of people getting pissed off about that.
Yeah.
Anybody remember Oh Yeah cartoons?
Yeah.
Yes,
from,
vaguely.
Nickelodeon. Yeah.
Yeah, and
That's where my life was a teenage robot.
I think you
Yes!
mean my neighbor. I think you
That's
mean my
very
neighbor is a teenage robot. That was
It
the
was.
name.
That's what it was
My life,
before.
I think it was my life as a teenage robot.
No, but in the original pilot, it was my neighbor is a
Yeah.
And Fairly Odd Parents and Chalk Zone as well.
Oh yeah,
That's big.
back when Cosmo was smart.
And
Intolerable.
And he sounded like a
But
man.
Cosmo didn't have Poof as his baby.
When
Fair.
Poof came like later though.
Very, very
later
late.
in the season.
Then Sparky, then the
I-
girl.
I tolerate proof.
Who is fine.
Yeah.
Sparky pushed it.
Spark,
And
yeah,
then-
Spark
then-
was pushing it, I think, so now it's a deal breaker.
Is that why the 10th season,
I don't remember
they
that.
ended at the 10th season? Because people hated Chloe? Is that why it ended at
Just
the
so.
Although for some reason
I
in
think
the
it's just
later
it.
seasons of the Fairly Odd Parents, like specifically the-
It's just the show was running on fumes. It
Also,
just needed
also,
crash.
also, I noticed like
Let's
with
not be
with the
breaking
last
away.
season of the Fairly Odd Parents, like specifically the season with Chloe, the animation got more bouncier and it made the kid- it made him look weird.
I think they switched to Adobe Flash as its animation.
Well, that was a bad idea.
Wow.
Back in
That was
the,
And then they
terrible.
canceled the show.
back in the original pilot, Cosmo used to sound like a man, but in the show, he would be like, That's
True, he used to be
that's
so much tolerable back in the early seasons.
So sad.
In the pilot, yeah.
He was awesome.
They made him, it was a blithering idiot.
Oh, have you guys seen Garage Kids?
Wait,
Or you mean Garage Band?
No, Garage Kids.
nah, I'm only familiar with Garage.
So
Kids,
I'll post the video online, and if you're familiar with Cartoon Network shows in the early 2000s, you'll recognize what show it is.
There was
It's probably
another.
Garage Band.
There was another cartoon on
I'm
Cartoon
calling it.
Network also called Garage Kids, along with another one called Garage Band.
Yeah, that was
okay.
like
Okay, so I'm posting on the Discord,
That would be
and
very strange.
and and you'll recognize the characters right away if you're familiar with Cartoon Network's lineup from like 2003.
I was not born yet.
but I was.
Okay, thank you. You were like 2.
I
Okay.
was in high school.
I was born in.
Okay, you were like you were barely
Alright,
you
I
could
just
barely
po-
comprehend the episode anyway.
I just posted in general, so
Jules was in high school in 2003. As a sophomore.
What is this?
Oh, so this was like before Code Lyoko.
oh yeah, it is Code Lyoko, but
What? Dun dun dun.
Oh, now the animation's starting to look familiar. I haven't watched the show when I was a kid, but I've seen these characters before. I've seen these characters before.
oh what?
Yeah, I
Oh.
recognize the art style right away.
Yes, so did I.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, weren't there this block called Maguzi Code Lyoko?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Coolio.
Me and my brother Brian just finished the entire show. The whole show's on YouTube, and the whole show's been uploaded to YouTube. So if you want to watch it, go on ahead.
It had Winx Club and Teen Titans and Totally Spies on it, I think. And it was called Maguzi. And there was this little girl underwater with these alien things. And they'd be on the couch watching TV together. I remember those promos. I remember
The
those.
fattest
It-
foreheads I've ever seen.
That's a running
That is true.
that's a running joke in the Code Lyoko fandom.
That's all I can notice.
Oh wait till
That means that's smart. Big brain.
wait till you see Ulrich get digitized and go into the virtual world.
Maguzi, wasn't that supposed to play Toonami for them weekdays when they pulled it
Yeah,
off?
they did play some anime, or anime-ish, like that show Totally Spies.
That show was French.
Yes, it
Yeah,
was.
it was French, but French people love anime, so
But
that,
it
No.
had that style. It's just like you
Wait,
could
isn't it
like
Canadian?
almost
Is that
emulating
Canadian?
anime.
Yeah, but-
No, Totally Spies is French.
It is French. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's French Canadian, I think.
Okay, that makes
Isn't
sense.
isn't
It's
Winx
like
Club
the art.
French Canadian?
That would make. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I remember
I just knew it
Winx Club
existed.
being French Canadian or
All right,
French something.
So back to
I
Garage.
personally would argue Teen Titans as anime. Even though, yes, it's not amazing.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you
Yeah,
on that.
yes,
They did
it's
it with
not.
Avatar.
So it's not made in Japan. Teen Titans is anime.
No, that. No,
So
it's not.
I just showed him.
I saw Avatar: Last Airbender and Blue Nox.
I just showed
Oh, well, what happens if you wipe it down? That God damn, that reflection is gonna be so bright.
So if you guys
Oh God.
if you guys watch Garage Kids when Ulrich gets transported to the virtual world, the CGI model is very
It
Revealing?
didn't look that bad from the side, but when it went to the front view, that's when it got like bad.
also his Goku's insignia on his forehead.
Oh, God.
Do y'all count shows like Y'all count shows like Megas XLR and Teen Titans and Avatar: The Last Airbender? Do they count as animated?
No.
at all?
I mean,
No,
yeah, I
Western.
can't, I
They're
can't
all
believe that's
Western.
anime, so.
I have a-
They're Western, but they
Me too.
feel
Some
kind
of
of
them make
animated.
it.
So for me, in order for it to qualify as an anime,
Yeah.
it has to be conceptualized and animated by Japanese.
Okay, I'll take that.
So,
That's fair.
but then even then, there's middle ground because one of my favorite shows, Sherlock Hound, it was based off the Sir Arthur Conan Doyle series, Sherlock Holmes, but it was animated in Japan by Miyazaki and Takahata. So
Nice.
Still gonna consider Teen Titans anime at least anyway. And Boondocks doesn't.
yeah, shows like Voltron and Avatar, I don't count.
Yeah.
I don't really count that as anime.
They weren't, yeah.
And then there's weird spots like Inspector Gadget, which was animated by TMS.
And so as was Titans Adventures for that matter, Titans Adventures.
And
They were animated.
and there's some parts of the original TMNT was animated by Toei, if I'm not mistaken.
I think Studio Trigger had involvement with that too.
Oh, TMNT?
Yeah.
Oh, which one?
And
I think I don't know, not the 80s version.
2012 one? Or was that the 2003?
Probably 2003.
and
I think
Boondocks.
I'm going with the 2003 one.
Is that something?
Some of Boondocks was created by this anime studio called Madhouse, right?
I don't know the production behind Boondocks.
Me neither.
I mean, that sounds familiar, but I think maybe that was used for OKKO, or maybe different. But yeah.
Yeah.
So other places, there are like script competitions that you can find online. Like for instance, atxfestival.com is right now hosting like an open pitch competition. You know, it's open until December 1st. And apparently filmfreeway.com, which is normally like a video or indie film festivals that you can submit your films to. They also seem to be hosting like script competitions or screenplay competitions. So those are always something you can always participate in. Okay. So what is a show you would like to see? I guess if you were given the opportunity to pitch your own show, well, what is a show you'd like to try and pitch?
I always wanted to. I recently started thinking about creating a Nate the Great show. Have anybody read Nate the Great?
Doesn't
Wait.
that
Oh,
already
Wait,
exist?
wait.
Hold up.
Doesn't make
What did you say?
Wait.
Wait,
Great.
Nate's the Great. It's like a series of children's books.
Did you say Nath or Nate?
Nate.
It's like Diary of a
Nate.
Wimpy Kid, but
So, you mean Big Nate?
Nate?
big-
No. Nate the Great.
What is with you? It's like
Okay, clearly you guys are
they're
never.
like
oh,
naming all these shows that are have almost the same name to another pocket.
Okay, so
Garage Kids, Nate the Great.
Okay,
All right,
Big
good.
Nate is a show though.
guys,
Yeah, it
guys.
is.
So Nate the Great is a series of like kid detective shows from like the early early 70s up until today. They're still being produced. It's about a kid detective who like solves like little mysteries around his neighborhood. And like I read them in elementary school and I adored them, and I would
He has like a dog sidekick.
oh yeah, Sludge.
Fudge, yeah.
Okay, so you've read them.
A little bit.
Um,
But, yeah.
so I wouldn't mind adapting that into a show. I think it has potential to be.
Yeah.
I think it has potential to be a fun kid show.
Um,
But outside of that, my own stuff. I'm more leaning towards like movies rather than television. I don't really have anything in an episodic format that I could think of.
I guess for me, I would like to see more, slice of life cartoons instead of serialization. Don't get me wrong, serialization shows have like fantasy adventure. It's all good, but with a cartoon relating to the everyday trials of life, I feel like it's more impactful for me. But yeah, I would pitch a show about, you know, like,
I mean,
About something among that
Slice
genre.
of life shows, yeah, I like
so
those.
one more thing. This is just a condensed version of what I said the first time I put here. More 2D. More 2D.
More,
That's fair. I
More
like
2D.
more animation.
I mean, I would love to bring back the comedy styles of like, from Cow and Chicken, you know, just from that era.
yeah.
Ed and Nettie, just like
Ed
more
and Nettie.
slapstick.
Like early 2000s, late 90s cartoon stuff, so we need that more.
you know what I would love?
Yeah, slapstick.
I would love an adaptation of Epic Mickey. You know the video game?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
would be. I want Oswald back. I want him
Oh,
back so
speaking-
much.
Speaking of which, have you guys seen the Kingdom Hearts pilot that got leaked?
Oh.
I've always meant I have it on my watch it later list, and I had that there for like 2 years.
So around the time the first game came out, an animator put together a test little animatic pilot to show
Yeah,
for
I heard about that.
for a TV show, and it's really interesting that like I said, this is an animatic, so it's rough animation. So I'll post that in the Discord as well. It's really interesting.
Does it involve like making
It's like-
is it based on
It was also a piece of media
Kingdom
from
Hearts?
2003.
It's
around Sora?
yeah, it's based on it's basically based off what I saw from the short itself. It looked to be a rough retelling of the first game.
Oh, okay.
I'll post it in the Discord. I highly recommend it. It's actually really cool. And
Nope.
you had like concept art and everything, but it never got made.
There's also another video game adaptation that I would love to see. That would be I'm not gonna lie, that would be Overwatch.
Honestly,
like,
I
say-
wouldn't mind that one.
Say what you want about the game. I know it's not for
I
everyone,
barely
but
played
like
it, but
you
I
gotta
kinda
admit the
do.
lore, the world building, the characters. Like, come on, make like a show or movie or something out of it. Cause clearly we can't get a fucking story mode, even though it was like the main focus and advertisement thing for Overwatch 2.
Activision is just
Well-
basically jingling keys in front of the Overwatch.
Well, if we're gonna do Overwatch, then naturally TF2 has to come into play.
Yes,
I would also be down. I'd also be down for that. Yeah, I'd be down for that too.
Yeah.
Can we, and on top of that, I
Big
would,
fat
I would,
shovel nuts.
and on, yeah. Also, on top of that, I would like a Smash Bros. Anime, primarily focusing on subspace.
Okay, that will be more
It's
difficult.
gonna be maybe
more
like
difficult.
5 or 10 years before maybe the
Yeah,
Smash
that
Bros.
one-
would be
that one
made
Yeah.
into, like a movie.
Yeah, because
Okay,
like
I wouldn't go movie. Just mainly just like show. That's
yeah,
all.
but like you would have,
Or-
but the problem is you would have to juggle around so many video game licenses and all that.
Big time.
It'd be like Roger Rabbit.
I honestly just want more Laserhawk.
Honestly, the only reason the Chip and Dale movie was able to get off because Disney had
Ugly Sonic.
Because Disney owned everything.
And Ugly
also,
Sonic.
also,
got Ugly Sonic
also
too, yeah.
their lawyers are OP as hell.
I mean, who knows?
I noticed like in the movie when I watched the Chip and Dale movie last year, they're like, we saw Roger Rabbit doing the Roger Rabbit. I'm like, just stop.
And speaking of, I want to rant about something. I hate the cell shading style that they did with Chip and Dale. They're Disney. Could they not do traditional animation for Chip and Dale? Are you like
They
they're
did it in their
freaking
recent
Disney?
short.
They want to be
They
cool.
did it in a recent short, like Once Upon a Time.
It just looks so like I love cell shading in video games, and I think that's where it should stay.
Example, Breath of the Wild,
Okay.
Goated Out style,
Yeah.
and Jet Set Radio.
Any of the new Dragon Ball Z games. Oh yeah, Jet Set Radio. Yeah.
Oh yeah, another adaptation. Yeah, adaptation idea. Jet Set Radio.
I think you mean Jet Grind Radio. That's because that's what it's called in the States when it was first released. Jet Grind Radio. I think Jet
That's
Set.
That sounds
Oh,
weird, but
doesn't know.
whatever.
I think it was called Jet Set Radio in Japan, but when they brought it to America, they had to change it to Jet Grind because I think
yeah, 'cause
a radio company had
a copyright thing.
Yeah, it was a copyright thing.
Okay, then that makes sense. That makes sense.
Well, I guess they went under because the rest of the series was Jet Set Radio.
Wow, a lot of video games have a lot of good adaptation.
I was gonna say Persona, but I forgot about the anime.
There is, yeah.
Isn't it on Hulu?
Yes. Yes, it is.
I gotta check that out.
You'll never see it coming though.
I see what you did there. Also, Kid Icarus anime.
I would watch that.
That kind of was strong.
Okay, a new 2D Sonic show.
Like,
I would love that.
In the
like
Tyson.
based off Sonic X. Yes.
Well, more either a Tyson Hess style show or a 2D Sonic show set in the games in the modern universe. But so basically,
I would recommend the adventure games, but Sonic X already did that.
well, they can be retold. Why not?
I want to do classic Sonic.
Maybe they could do Sonic Unleashed.
Ooh,
I
actually,
miss Scratching Grounder.
I do too.
I
forgot what.
can do the Sonic Says speech in my sleep.
That do it, please.
Kids, there's nothing more cool than being hugged by someone you like. But when someone tries to touch you in a place or in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable, that's no good. It's your body. No one has the right to touch you if you don't want them to. So what do? First, you say no. Then you get out of there.
This is one of my favorite Sonic quotes. Okay, this is one of my favorite Sonic quotes. You might be able to know whatever I'm doing, but it's from the OVA.
I you're talking
Yeah.
about. You might know everything I'm going to do, but that's not going to help you because I know
know
everything you're going to do.
Strange, isn't it?
Oh, wait, hold on. And, wait, hold on. I got something for you you're going to love. Sonic gets basic Dragon Ball Z information wrong.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so you guys
What
know
is this?
you guys know 4Kids, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they would do do you guys remember Toon's Eye from CW?
No.
I think
So-
so.
So on the CW network, 4Kids had this block where they would show for like Saturday mornings they would show a block of their shows and they would do like little bumpers in between. And here's Sonic talking about Dragon Ball Z Kai, and this is Jason Griffith's Sonic.
My favorite voice. My
You
favorite
Sonic
Sonic voice
I
actor.
assume?
Yeah.
And for the next half hour, I'm going to show you scenes from Toon's Eye's lineup of epic anime series. And style animated cartoons. And that's what Toon's all about. Summer may be ending, but fall's a brand new season. And this season, our big new show. We have the last descendants of an evil race of warriors. Earth's most powerful warrior, and he's also a peace-loving family man. But life totally changes for Goku and his young son Gohan when a Saiyan visitor shows up and gives Goku some bad.
You're not of this world. You were born on a distant planet called Vegeta, home of the Saiyan race, the most powerful warriors in the universe. You are one of us. My name's Raditz. I'm your brother.
Explains that only 4 Saiyans survived after their home planet was destroyed, and that he's come to wipe out humanity so he can sell Earth to the highest extraterrestrial bidder.
Even if it is true and I'm some kind of alien from another planet, or even if you really are my older brother, it doesn't matter. Anyone who'd do the horrible things you say is no brother of mine. This is my home, and you're not welcome here.
Wait for it.
Yeah.
Want your boy back, you'll eliminate 100 humans in here before I return in 24 hours.
Yeah, that's pretty good time limit.
Let the child die.
Back and you can join our team. But of course, if I find out you're even a single human short, your son's mine.
Goku's gotta get his boy back, but he knows he can't beat Raditz on his own. Piccolo shows up. Now Piccolo's a Saiyan just like Raditz.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I spy a problem.
Piccolo was a Saiyan the whole time.
Nani? No.
Plot twist.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
So yeah.
How did they
Let that air.
let that happen?
Well,
That shows a network executives weren't paying attention.
I remember also like they it was besides that it was like a Macy's Thanksgiving parade thing
Uh-oh.
where the announcers say, "Oh, here's Goku doing Kamehamehas."
Oh wait, hold on. Nothing beats the Fortnite Let's Player mispronouncing Kamehameha. I mean Kamehameha.
Oh God.
But they said every combination. They said Kamehameha, Kamehameha.
Hey,
And that would just stop. Dad, come on.
We're gonna keep going for a while. Okay.
All right, good night.
Later, Jules.
Happy Merry Thanksgiving or Happy
Yes,
Thanksgiving.
Merry
Happy
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Black Friday.
Happy Black Friday.
Bro, you just buy stuff.
Exactly.
Whatever y'all want to celebrate, doesn't make a bit of skin off of my ass. No skin off Jules' ass.
I got for the call.
That's fine.
Okay.
I might be right behind you in a second.
Do you need an agent or an entertainment lawyer to arrange meetings with executives?
It would help.
Yeah.
Yes. In fact, I think it also benefit that if you knew someone who was like really good at business.
Really, if you want to try to be a creative writer or showrunner, director, finding an agent would be very kind of suitable at first.
Yeah, I think we just answered that question instantaneously.
Yeah. That was pretty easy.
It's scary out there.
Anyway, next question.
Okay. Does it help if I work at the same?
Sorry.
Does it help if I worked at the same studio before being given the chance to pitch a show?
What was the question?
Does it help if you if you worked at the studio? Which in some cases it has helped.
Yes, yes.
Yes and yeah.
Yes, and you
Yeah.
gotta find the right department
Right
to-
time.
The department at the right time to say, like, hey, I got this idea. Like, we think I should pitch it to the
All right.
to the director or something like that.
Sorry to interrupt, but I have to leave. I
Alright.
have a movie to shoot actually.
Oh,
Oh,
all
for
right.
real?
Congratulations. Have fun.
My boy's a director.
Aiden's also making a movie too, so.
Yeah. Mine's gonna be this weekend. Shoot. Everything.
All right, ciao.
Alright.
It is up if you want any cameos.
Good luck with your film.
All right, yeah, thanks.
Anyway, what were we saying?
Does it help to be in the
This is not mine.
No, you can keep them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I print
The
them
door
out.
scares me.
Yes.
What is with that door? I thought it was a
Yeah, I
pull.
gotta grease up that door.
Yeah, I thought it was a pulling door. Then I realized, oh wait, it's push. Took me
Sorry, I
a-
laugh at people who do that.
It took me a good solid 3 seconds to realize that. At least no one was watching. I
Wish I
think.
was watching.
Like, definitely I've heard that on the inside, people who work inside like Cartoon Network give like other workers the opportunity to like pitch their own shows. That's sort of how Rebecca Sugar
I was about to
and
say.
her boyfriend Steve, what's his name?
I think his name was Ian.
Ian, yes, Ian.
Jones Corey.
So that they
Okay,
That's how
KO.
Steven Universe and OKO.
Okay, yeah,
KO
yeah.
came in.
yes.
And also with Disney, Alex Hirsch with Gravity Falls. See, like, there's a lot of networking going on with pitching the show as well.
Yeah, that's that was pretty much the last question because like how to act during during your in-person pitch, we kind of answered that one.
That was
I like
the first
just-
question.
Yeah.
If you need like a reminder, just be be considerate of what your or what the executives want you to do with pitching your show. Um, have some etiquette, please. Be a normal human being.
I should be laughing, but yes, yes.
I guess.
Don't be like the creator of Troll Forever. I'm still,
I know what you're talking about.
I was so disappointed, man. Not actually disappointed. I was just fucking mad.
I know, it's a good show.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'd say it was decent. 'Cause
I mean,
I didn't really engage with the characters so much.
Yeah, I mean, it was okay, but I mean, I would say it has the best opening just because of like the sequence where you go like, I've never seen any intro do
Actually,
that.
actually, now I'm saying this, I should. Now that I said that, I should have shown like the pilot, the short pilot that was on Cartoon Network back in 2016.
Oh yeah.
Because that's how I got introduced to it.
I guess another method of acting into pitching the show is be enthusiastic. Don't just be there to be serious.
Have fun.
Always have fun with your pitching. You can be stern and be a little bit spontaneous at the same time.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, there was the pilot episode for Infinity Train that
Infinity Train.
yeah, that one like
It
yeah,
still
this-
went on, but I can't watch it.
yeah, I haven't
I
really
think it's on
following
Hulu,
it.
right?
It can no, it didn't. It
It was on-
continued, but it was
I think
HBO
HBO,
Max
yeah.
or Max,
Then it just got-
and it just kept going.
Yeah, I
on
know it
Max.
was. I know it was on HBO Max, but if I remember correctly, it was also on Hulu too.
It was for a short
It was for a
time.
short
Oh, for
amount of
short,
time.
what?
It's
But
gone.
then it's
Or
gone.
you need, I think, probably premium or something like that. But
We can't have
it's gone.
shit.
We cannot.
You can't.
We really can't. It's very sad. My brother cried when it ended because he missed the dog.
Oh, okay, so I was looking over my notes and I forgot this one site, cartoonpitchpro.com/animation-pitch-bible-guide.
Too many dashes.
Yes, a lot of dashes. But yeah, that was another, the site just has like a list of various pitch bibles. Like I saw that it had like the original Batman the Animated Series pitch bible on there, and a few other like live action shows there. But yeah, I guess, oh yeah, there was a rumor that apparently Titmouse is very open to, like, oh, it's kind of a rumor, but I heard it from like other interviews that like they're really open to people just like kind of walking into the studios, but I suppose it might be better to just call first, make an appointment, and then
Yeah.
and then kind of walk up.
Yeah. In-house is really doing good lately. I feel like that's the only one I heard about news about pitching the show. Like if you're a complete stranger, if you're not familiar with Titmouse and its organization. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we can slowly close up. What would you guys like to talk about for next meeting?
Indie animation shows on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially the next time we'll be back will be like a month away from Has Been Hotel coming out.
Oh
Yeah.
All of winter break.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so I guess, darn, I never know how to close these things. Just like end the episode, just like Yeah, all right. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed that. If you've stayed till the end of this
Hit
podcast.
the notification bell.
Yes, hit
Dude,
the
get
an
notification.
update on
Hit
the
the
next
subscribe
podcast.
button.
Please.
Make sure to
Smash
hit
that button.
exactly.
Subscribe button.
Buy our merch.
Yes.
We might-
Buy our
Hey,
merch.
if this gets like over many views,
We
could.
might have a
merch?
merch line.
This
coming
video is
out.
sponsored by
Well, we'll use
NordVPN.
the duck for the merch.
Yes.
NordVPN is a.
No, I mean, okay, all right, all right.
Next
all
will
right,
be
all right,
Inspire.
all right.
Next will be Honey. Then will be ExpressVPN.
Yeah.
I am
Sharpie.
talking to like this popcorn company that's like willing to do like a sponsorship with us.
Popcorn
Wait,
Palace?
for y'all already?
Maybe.
We don't even have that much.
Because I remember
That's
talking.
impressive.
I remember
Like
dealing
it-
with them before.
It was through like the Towson email.
I think I've heard of them before. They do like
Is
an
it?
online popcorn shop.
Yeah.
It's Popcorn
so
Palace,
it's like,
isn't it?
It's maybe that's what
I
it's
think
called.
it's Popcorn Palace because I've been through that
So
before.
pretty much they would give us, or anybody who wants to participate, they would give each person their own special link, and then when you share it and you get a sale, then it'll show how much each individual person has accomplished, so it could be almost like a competition. And I guess we could, at least 60% profit would go to us. So it's something cool, you know, we could use that money for like trips. I do know that next semester, there is gonna be a New York trip, so we could take that opportunity to like maybe visit a few animation studios
Fuck
up
yeah.
there.
Up there
I love
in
going.
New York.
I love going to New York.
I've never been to New York before.
You're gonna love it.
Ever?
You're gonna love
No,
it.
but my
Trust me.
dad is from there. I went to Africa before I saw my dad's house.
That's
That's
interesting.
It's sad.
Yeah, that's confusing. It's
kind
like
of calculated.
it's like
That is
it's like your
yeah,
family's
that's it.
keeping you out of New York.
It's so sad. I've never been in New York, and she lives there. I've never seen her in person.
That is such an out of context sentence.
It is, but it's so
Yes.
funny.
I have family in
That would be so
Jersey
much
and
fun.
in New York all the time. And I also have family in Brooklyn. So
Yeah,
I think I also have family in like New York, but but according to my mom, I've never met them before, so
I
I have a
met
very
them.
big family tree. so-
I met them. They just go to South Carolina, and I'm there.
Oh,
I had an aunt who lived
Except
in
for that
Manhattan.
one.
I didn't know like what my aunt lives in New York until like 12 or 13. I was like, where are you from? I'm like, from New York.
What? How did I not
Actually,
know?
funny thing, when I was like 13, I went to this doctor's appointment, and he straight up asked, "Are you from New York?" Maybe because of my voice at the time. I'm like, wait, what?
I
Like,
bet you if you
no,
ever
I'm-
say,
I'm from
hey,
there,
I'll
like, the
walk
fuck,
in
man.
there.
You will get punched.
You fit right in.
Yeah.
Either you fit right in or you're just gonna
You're
get
not.
a scolding for it.
But yeah, apparently, to rent a bus, there's like an hourly rates and also by the mile.
Oh yeah, those things are expensive.
But I mean, if you just, you know, bought your own ticket on like a mega bus, that could be, you know, that's depending on the day, it could be
I wonder how much
like
it costs.
$5.
I wonder how much a
$30.
train to New York would cost from Maryland.
Costs more than a
A
bus.
hundred. So I know it's 100 for one person. I know it's a lot.
Damn.
It's based on the hours.
Because I know trying to get
I mean, if we're
is a lot.
if we're renting a bus from Towson University, then it's like, I don't know if they're charging by the hour of the travel there, and also if they're hanging out there, are they charging for that time too?
I think they might. I think they
Because
do.
I'm still figuring that out.
Because I know our when we took the charter bus for like Hershey Park and stuff, that was a lot of money. I mean, we didn't have to pay a lot, but 147 is a little much for a high schooler. I mean, I had a job, so I didn't care, but still.
But do you think, I don't know how, if everybody here has their own car, to just go up to like the bus station and use the mega bus? to
I
get
have
there?
a
I don't have a car, but
not
I can
here.
drive.
Oh wait, I don't have a car. I forgot.
I can
Gotta-
drive, but I don't have a car.
I have a car.
I mean, that long,
My
I
car
don't
was
trust myself
taken away
behind the
from me.
wheel for more than 30 minutes.
I don't know what insurance to get for my if I own.
Oh, the insurance.
Go under your parents' insurance, because that'll make it cheaper.
Oh, that's true.
But definitely, I mean, if we can just get to like the bus station, the bus will just take us straight over there, because they have like 3-4 hours rides. to just get there for as little as like $30 or under. So we won't have to pay for parking, we'll just have to walk everywhere.
Sorry for the extra
If
noise.
I don't know if it does include the parking, but I guess you.
Oh, you mean like if we rented a shuttle bus from Towson University, then, yeah. But it depends, if we manage to get enough people, Sydney said that we might be able to get it for free. If we get enough people wanting to go, since he's already planning a trip, then we can kind of hitch a ride on the same bus. But yeah, what studios would you guys like to see besides Titmouse? I know NBC Universal is over there. Bill Plimpton Studios over there, but I don't know if he would let us just walk up there. When I asked him, he wanted like $1,000.
There's a Saturday Night Live. There's a Saturday Night Live. studio.
Saturday Night Live? Oh my god.
Actually, fun fact. During my school in New York trip, my class saw Jimmy Fallon like walking the Rockefeller during the tour of the building.
We could actually walk
Yeah,
and get
for real.
there.
Did he
That
say
would,
you?
I would
I mean, he tried to sneak out us, but he wasn't sneaky enough. So
I'd go
just
to my
rushed in there
brother.
with his
I
kids.
saw Saturday Night Live. You didn't. How does that feel? That
I'm on the set. You're not. You're watching on television.
so he went on a trip to a place that I liked without me, and I was mad. So this will get it back.
So the thing is, like, it's not always guaranteed. Like, I've been lucky enough, like you could be on standby, which is what it's called. Where like, if you don't have a ticket to the show,
Yeah.
but like if they have enough room,
Have
then-
enough seats, you can fill in those seats.
yeah.
Also,
That
today,
is genius.
I just realized today's the day that Zach and Cody can have that dinner reservation now.
November 6th, 2023.
Yeah,
It's today.
From like an episode.
Yeah.
Of the show?
yeah.
Okay.
That's an actual quote. Like,
Okay.
That's terrifying.
funny too, meaning this is a historic episode. Yeah.
Nice, we can do it.
That's where I guess I'll stop it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.